Hello Internet, and for one more time this week, welcome to an episode of Bazzle Spot Live. So again, we're going to be obviously hopping onto Battle Spot, we're going to be doing some more games, and we're all going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to love this video, and we're all going to like it and share. I'll be quiet. Okay, so, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. We've had some longer videos this week, haven't we? Especially Monday's video, but let's have version 1 of whatever that is. But let's see how we go. Okay, someone from Japan straight away. Yeah, straight into it. Whoosh, fast-paced Bazzle Spot videos. Here we go. All right, so this guy, no trick room options, which means I could go with Lily and Drifblim. I could go with Smeargle Circuitry, which we all know I like doing. But no, I mean, in matchups like this, I think that if I go with Smeargle Circuitry, like if they went with Tapu Lily and Garchomp, then I could be like in a bad position turn 1. So he hasn't got any Trick Room options. Tapu Lily and Drifblim, I'm quite liking. So Drifblim is actually going to do something again, hopefully, anyway, so far, today. Circuitry, I do want, because it's got Gyarados and Celesteela. But who else do we want? I don't know. I don't think we want Trevenant. I don't think Trevenant, he hasn't really got much that can hit Trevenant too hard, but I don't think the style of how we're going to go about this game is suiting for Trevenant. So I don't think we want Trevenant. But do we want Arcanine or Smeargle? Smeargle is obviously always good, but I'm thinking that Arcanine might be the way to go here. So I'm going to go with Arcanine. I mean, Arcanine does offer some support as well. We've got Helping Hands, we've got Bulldoze as well on this Arcanine. So this Arcanine isn't entirely just offensive. Obviously, we've got the Z move on it, which gives us a nice big hit. But yeah, I don't know, it's a strange Arcanine, this one, because we are fast and offensive, but we've got we've only really got Flare Blitz, which is an offensive move. So I don't know. Kartana Tapu Koko is revealed from the opponent's side. Okay. And yeah, okay, so yeah, Electric Terrain. So he does know that my Tapu Lily is scarfed now. I mean, I can potentially just double up into either of his Pokemon to knock them out. His Kartana can knock out my Lily. His Koko shouldn't be able to knock out my Drifblim because I've got the boost. So, on that logic, I should try and knock out his Kartana, really, shouldn't I? But Will-O-Wisp is quite obvious on Kartana as well, so it might protect. You might try and protect it and knock out the Drifblim. So I might try and maybe double into the Tapu Koko. It's a tricky one, actually, this, isn't it? I have got Arcanine in the back, and I have got thingy as well. I'm actually going to double into the Katana though. This should knock the Katana out if he doesn't protect. Or withdraw. Okay, well, something's going to be taking this. Celesteela is going to be taking this really nicely. Okay, so I should have doubled into the Koko. Yeah, so the Will-O-Wisp was very obviously. I mean, he was obviously prepared to let his Celesteela get burnt there. But Celesteela, fantastic switch in there. Obviously not good for us at all. And it's a Z move. Oh, okay. So he can knock out my Drifblim. So things just got awkward. Things just got a bit harder for us, which is obviously not nice. We like things. Do we like things when it's easy, or do we like things when they're difficult? I am just kicking myself that I didn't target the Koko there, because I suppose the Will-O-Wisp was very obvious. He saw that I was scarfed. Yeah, that's what Scarf, Lily, and Drifblim can do. You can just double into things like that, and we got the call wrong there. So I will put. I mean, both of these will threaten the Celesteela. I'm going to put the Circuitry in though, because I want to. I mean, the Celesteela is obviously very, very threatened here. And I can just go, for a Moonblast into the Koko and a Thunderbolt into the Celesteela. And Koko can't really do too much, because it hasn't got a Life Orb on it. it's not going to have the biggest damage output now. So, he has got Garchomp. Would Garchomp want to come in on a Thunderbolt though? Will he just let me Thunderbolt his Celesteela? Well, if it is Garchomp, yeah, I'm just going to Moonblast his Koko and Thunderbolt his Celesteela. Because if it is a Garchomp, I've got a Scarf Lily locked into Moonblast that's not going to be knocked out by a Tapu Koko. So if this is Garchomp, good for him. Yeah, it is Garchomp, good for him. You know, I'm threatening him with a Moonblast next turn. If if it's an Assault Vest one, then it's not going to be knocking... Well, unless he gets some prior damage on my circuitry now, which he might do. No, he doesn't though. He doesn't get any prior damage on my Koko, so... On my circuitry rather, so... If it is Assault Vest, he can't knock out my circuitry. If it isn't Assault Vest, he's probably going to be going down to a Scarf Moonblast. So, I feel like we've lost our Drifblim turn 1, but in doing that, we've sort of put ourselves into like a pinching position where we can't really lose unless his Garchomp does survive this Moonblast. And I suppose if it is Assault Vested, it could be Adamant. And if it is Adamant, it is a roll, but it could knock out my circuitry with an Earthquake. So that's the problem, I guess. But I'm feeling alright doing this. I'm just going to go for a Moonblast and a Thunderbolt into the Celesteela. And we'll see what happens, won't we? I mean, I feel like we have got him pinched already, just because of this Scarf Lily. But I don't know, it comes down to the item, I guess, on the Garchomp and the Garchomp's EVs. I mean, he does know that I am Scarfed at this point. Yeah, so he's withdrawing it, but yeah, he's knocking, you know, he's letting his Koko go down, but Celesteela is going to be going down to a Thunderbolt as well. So, a curious turn of events there. Like, that does show that his Garchomp was scared of my Lele, which means maybe it isn't Assault Vested. I mean, I guess he feels like the best way he has of winning this game is getting his Garchomp in alongside something else. I suppose I didn't consider his Garchomp being Scarfed. Did not consider that, did I? In which case, I don't know, that wouldn't be good for us, would it, if it was Scarfed? If it is Scarfed, would he lock himself into Earthquake next to his own Katana? Maybe. Because I have only got Arcanine. I mean, he doesn't know, but I have only got Arcanine in the back. I suppose if he does lock himself into Earthquake, he's not knocking out my Lily. You know, an Earthquake does not knock Lily out. So, I'm going to go for a Moonblast again into the Garchomp, which is nice and safe. And I'm going to go for a Dazzling Beam, just because I have got Arcanine in the back. This will, if he is Assault Vest, oh, if he is Assault Vest, oh, he's a Scarfed Kartana. He's a Scarfed Kartana. Ooh. Is this a Z-move Garchomp? No, it's not. So we should survive this. I think we should survive this. Yeah, we do. And he's done a hefty chunk to his Katana as well. Alright, well, I did not consider that. And, yeah, for all those turns I was saying, you know, ooh, I think, you know, we've got him in a bit of a pinch here. I feel like we've won the game and all the rest of it. Actually, didn't consider the Scarf Katana. Okay, so I think we've won the game now. Because, unless he gets some critical hits. Because we have got Arcanine, we will be intimidating him. He is clearly not choice banded or anything like that because Circuitry survived. So, yeah, I mean, it's straightforward here, isn't it? I mean, we just need Arcanine to survive an attack, which we can do because we've intimidated him. So as long as we don't, yeah, Arcanine just needs to survive this. I mean, I'm thinking about, like, does it make any difference between like going for a Protect and a Bulldoze, or just straight up attacking him? I don't think it makes any difference either, because we lose either way, don't we? If we Protect and Bulldoze, if we get the Bulldoze off, we've won the game. If he knocks us out, then we've lost the game. If we just attack and he critical hits and knocks out the Arcanine, then we've lost either way. But one way we can lose is if I don't put my moves in time. So I'm going to make sure I put my moves in time. And he actually Rock Slide. Ooh, he's going for some flinches. He is going for the flinches. And that is how we could have lost if we'd protected Xurkitree. That was scary. Wow. I didn't consider that either. Like, to be completely honest. Yeah, wow. So, Rock Slide. Not like... I suppose it is quite common on Garchomp, isn't it? But, yeah, wow. If we had tried to protect and bulldoze there just to be, like, extra cute... The chip damage on Arcanine would have meant that an Earthquake would have just knocked both of us out. So, yeah, just attacking was the right thing to do there. So, I'm glad my instinct obviously carried us through that. So, wow, scary. Let's look for another one then. Obviously, a double flinch there would have been a loss. But the chances of a double flinch are low, but obviously possible. So, you know, and he obviously identified his condition to win there too. But yeah, the Scarf Kartana was a bit of a surprise. Yeah, obviously Scarf Kartana is faster than Scarf Lele. This guy from Greece has got a higher rating. A pretty high rating, actually. And he has got... I mean, he's familiar. I'm sure I've played this guy. Recently as well. So, what has he got? I can't remember what happened if I did play him. I think I beat him, actually. Is this one of the guys that we played on Monday? I can't actually remember. I just have visions of me horn leeching that Gigalith. Yeah, okay. So, how are we going to go about this then? So, I don't want Lily Driftblim to lead in this game. We do want Smeargle and Xurkitree. And I do think Trevenant is nice here, as long as we can take care of his Arcanine. Do we want Arcanine or do we want Lele in the back though? That is the question. I think we'll go with Arcanine because it does give us some helping hand options as well to maybe take care of that Porygon a little bit. If this is one of the guys that we played on Monday, then, you know, I apologise, I can't remember. But I do remember playing this guy at some point in the past. But we'll see what happens though. Did he lead Porygon 2 and Gigalith last time? I think he might have done. That's why he might have adjusted and gone with this Katana here. He doesn't have any Finnies or Cocos, does he, to stop the Spore? But you've got to imagine he is going to double protect here to break my Smeargle's sash, and then he can attack and attack. I think. I do think. I think the Gigalith will protect here. So I could maybe try and go for a fake out onto the Katana and Tail Glow, but that does risk the Gigalith like not protecting. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Just because I think he wants to break the sash on the Smeargle so that... oh, no, protect. If this is a Z move into my Xurkitree, then we could have lost the game straight away. So, we'll see, I suppose, won't we? Oh, it's just a Rock Slide. Okay. We both should survive this. Yeah, Smeargle with the Sandstorm. Don't think we'll survive it, actually. Smeargle, no. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, Smeargle, you wonderful little dog. Okay, so now we can just go for a, well, we can do a few things, but actually we're still not in a brilliant position, are we? To be honest, like if I protect the circuitry and try and spore the Gigalith, that assumes his katana is going to be targeting my circuitry. He might protect this turn, just double protect to, you know, sandstorm this turn. If I follow me, then I can't stop his Gigalith knocking. I think his Gigalith will protect here. I think it's double protecting, to be honest. But we'll see, won't we? Yeah, he did. Yeah, you know, simple moves and effective. But there was nothing that I really could have done aside from maybe going for another tail glow. If I'd gone for a second tail glow, go to +6, then that would have definitely meant I would have knocked out the the Gigalith at +6 from there. But now I'm struggling to see where I'm coming in this game. I guess I've got to put out Arcanine, haven't I? Leaf Blade shouldn't knock out my circuitry. Yeah, this has not gone very well. Yeah, I do feel like this is like a game 2 of a best of 3, and this guy is just adapted. You know, basically Gigalith Katana. I could have beaten this. I do feel like I could have beaten this, but I do feel like we haven't. I'm actually going to go for an Inferno Overdrive and a Thunderbolt into the Gigalith, because I need to hope that his Katana protects or withdraws, or he's got Bloom, or it is Bloom Doom, isn't it? Yeah, so he will be knocking out my circuitry here, yeah. So the game is, I mean, this is a really quick game. The game is over now. And, yeah, I don't feel like there was much that we could have done to, like, when we got into this, I mean, especially this position that we're in now, we couldn't have done anything, really. I suppose we can hope that, yeah, I mean, I'm using my Z move, so we can't Z Forest Curse, can't we? So, yeah, this game is over. Yeah, this game is well and truly over. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I don't know if this was one that was recorded or not, but I'm sure that I did beat this guy. He led with Porygon 2 and Gigalith, and I was wondering which one I should spore. Now, if what I'm saying to you sounds familiar, then chances are it was one of the games that was on Monday. But yeah, he's definitely led better in this game. How could we have won that? Like, Smeargle Circuitry against those two. He didn't protect either of his Pokemon, did he? So I could have gone for a Spore into the Gigalith straight away. Although he could have been going for a Bloom Doom and would have, you know, should have been going for a Bloom Doom into my Circuitry to cover, you know, to cover that possibility as well. So I suppose, yeah, Fake Out, Tail Glow. And then there was nothing to stop him going for a double protect there. I suppose on that turn I could have switched Smeargle into Arcanine for an Intimidate, but even still we saw that Trevenant was knocked out by -1 Bloom Doom. So I guess what I should have done is not protect Xurkitree on the turn that we did protect, and then the next turn I would have been able to protected Xurkitree and gone for a Bulldoze, I guess, to, you know, the lower the speeds and whatever, and try and go somewhere with Xurkitree there. But yeah, I mean, it was a winnable game, but I mean, obviously because we won the game 1, but yeah, he definitely adapted and made some good moves in that one to I mean, it was just team preview, that, wasn't it? So to bring in that one, but you know what? Let's go for a third game. We're only at you know, just under 20 minutes, so let's get a really good game. And because that guy was rated so highly, shame we didn't get to steal any more of his points, but we don't lose too many points. So let's go for another one then. Let's see what we can get. See if we can win, which should, you know, you'd hope that we can, can't we? So, I mean, is Kartana a problem for this team? It can be, potentially. A Gigalith is a problem for this team. I mean, I'm sure I've said that I don't have any rock resists on this team. So Gigalith is always an issue for it. And the problem is a +3 Thunderbolt doesn't knock it out either. So I do need to sort of rely on Trevenant more for matchups like this. This guy is over 1,700 as well, so you know, hopefully we can try and get some points back from him. Maybe I could have led with Trevenant in that last game and just gone. Maybe I should have done that. Just gone for a Forest Curse straight away, because he really only had the Arcanine that could threaten me. Although I suppose he could, you know, intimidate, recycle, and you know all the rest of it too. But you know, whatever. Let's focus on this game. So he has got some more Pokemon. Now, this is a curious team because he's got Fast Mode and he's got some slow Pokemon with potential Trick Room, Nihilego as well. I could go with Smeargle Xurkitree here, and that has worked for us in the past, but I'm scared about the Marowak. I'm actually going to go with Tapu Lele Drifblim here because I know that my Drifblim, with its Unburden boost, is faster than even a Jolly Sandslash in the hail. So we're going to go like this. The problems with this is if he does go with his Trick Room option, but then we could maybe double into the Nihilego and knock it out before it does do that at the you know, sacrifice of one of our other Pokemon. Arcanine does look nice here, but Trevenant, Xurkitree, or Smeargle, like the Marowak is potentially going to be a pain for us, but I do want to take Xurkitree, I think, just for his Araquanid. I mean, I'm tempted with the Trevenant here, but he does have these 2 ice Pokemon as well, and you know, it might be just a bit too much for Trevenant this one. So I don't know, this is going to be an interesting one, like definitely out of my comfort zone with this match, because it's not, like, this isn't a normal team to go against, and you know, Lele Drifblim, I suppose it is, I guess, my second most common lead, but but do use it overly often. Okay, so Unburden, Snow Warning. I'm just thinking to myself, do I want to lock myself into Moonblast or Psychic? Because he hasn't got any other terrains to, you know, reduce the damage of Psychic, and if he does have Nihilego, I want to be locked into Psychic as well. But obviously his Lele resists Psychic, but I do want to lock into Psychic. I'm going to double into this Ninetales actually, and I want to get rid of the Ninetales straight away. His Tapu Lele, unless it's got Shattered Psyche, shouldn't be knocking out my Drifblim. If it has got Shattered, I'm not sure what the roll is actually. Shattered Psyche on my Drifblim. But this should knock his Ninetales out. Yeah, it does. And it's just a Psychic into my Drifblim. Okay. So yeah, we do survive that quite handily. So that did, what, about sort of 55%? From base 90, Shattered Psyche is, what, 180, is it? Is it exactly double what Psychic is? If it was Shattered Psyche, if it is Shattered Psyche, then it would have actually knocked out the Drifblim, but that's not so much of a problem. So Sandslash comes in, and will be faster than my Tapu Lele. I do have Arcanine. He could be Iron Heading. He surely must know that Will-O-Wisp is an option. So I do want to Will-O-Wisp the Sandslash, but just if he protects and Psychics my Drifblim, what am I going to do with my other slot? My other slot is going to be... I'm going to put Arcanine in for the other slot. So Drifblim will be faster than this Sandslash. He might not know this. Like, I don't know if many Drifblim run as much speed as I've got on my Drifblim. But, I don't know, this is just sort of covering it extra hard, I guess. Because, you know, he's intimidated as well now. So Will-O-Wisp does connect, which is nice. So this Sandslash shouldn't really be threatening too much. And we have still got Inferno Overdrive. Yeah, so it is Iron Head too. So Inferno Overdrive should be knocking out his Tapu Lele in one hit. Psychic is into the Drifblim. Okay. So I think Drifblim has done enough work in this game so far to give itself a really good pat on the back. Its big round balloony back. So good job, Drifblim. We've taken out his Ninetales and we've burnt his Sandslash. If it has got Tectonic Rage, it shouldn't be knocking out my Arcanine. And you know what? I'm a silly boy because I didn't pay attention to the Hail Turns. I'm so bad at doing that. Like it's probably because I'm so used to just playing on Showdown and just being able to see everything. But yeah, if we would have seen who was faster there, my Arcanine or his Tapu Lele, because that could be quite significant. Ooh, who do you want to put in now? Like an Iron Head from Sandslash is still going to do a lot of damage to Tapu Lele, so I think I will put Xurkitree in here. And I am going to go for the said Inferno Overdrive into his Tapu Lele, because that is the biggest threat that's on the field at the moment. And I think I am just going to go for a Thunderbolt into his Sandslash as well. If he has got Tectonic Range, which he probably has, then... okay, something's going to be taking this. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So, didn't actually take that into account. If both my Pokemon flinch here, I wouldn't be too upset. It is actually Life Orb Sandslash, yeah. I did see some more health go down on that Sandslash, and in the back of my head I was thinking, was that a Life Orb? But you know, my levels of not paying attention are super high. Yeah, I don't mind this switch by him. I don't mind getting the Inferno Overdrive onto his Marowak either, because it's important damage. Xurkitree, it doesn't matter if it flinches or not. Yeah, Thunderbolt is doing nothing. So, how do we want to play things now then? I mean, the Marowak is in Psychic range now too, which is good, which is very good. Sandslash, take some more damage. I think I'm going to go for a Bulldoze here. The Bulldoze and Protect. I mean, does Xurkitree and Scarflele just win from here on? Because the Sandslash is going to be losing its Hail soon, and it is burnt as well. It's interesting that it had Rock Slide, so it isn't going to have Earthquake, is it? So, it's probably going to Rock Slide again, to be honest. So Bulldoze... I think I will Bulldoze and Protect here. I do think that Xurkitree and Lele does just win from here. So this will hopefully be putting Marowak into range of a Dazzling Gleam. If we don't flinch. Even if we do flinch, I don't think it'd be the worst. Yeah, so we get the Bulldoze off. This will probably mean, actually, that Sandslash is slower than my Scarflele as well now, which is nice because it means that we can't, you know, Lele shouldn't be flinching to Iron Heads or Rock Slides. And Shadow Bone into the Xurkitree actually, so that turn went really well for us. So, I don't know, like in a way, it might have been better if Arcanine had gone down there, to be honest. And this hail is lasting quite a long time. Is it ending now? It's not ending. Okay, one more turn of hail. Like I'm just wondering, like, is there a hail lengthening item? I'm not sure. Like, there's Damp Rock, isn't there? And you know, the other ones. The other ones? Are there other ones? I don't know. I've just been exposed to the lack of my knowledge there. Okay. So I do want to still be careful here. I'm messing around too much. I need to concentrate here. Okay, so I am just going to go for a Flare Blitz and a Dazzling Gleam. I think a Dazzling Gleam single target should knock the Marowak out, but this does rely on no flinches, but I'm thinking that Arcanine might. Oh, it's not. I was thinking Arcanine might have been faster after that drop, but his Sandslash obviously has got some investment in it. So Flare Blitz. So if Xurkitree doesn't flinch, this is going to be a single target thingy, a single target Dazzling Gleam. If it doesn't knock it out, it's going to be very close. So we don't flinch, which is good. And it does knock it out, yeah. And the Hail's ending too, so that's not ending either. And actually Shadow Bones into the Arcanine there too. So interesting. Psychic Terrain I think is ending this turn as well. So yeah. So Tapu Lele comes back in, gets his Psychic Terrain back up again, and we can do some business. Although the Psychic Terrain doesn't actually mean too much because we can just Moonblast now, can't we? Moonblast into the Marowak. It is definitely in range of a Moonblast. And see where we go from there. I suppose the Psychic Terrain actually helps him out more because it puts my Xurkitree under more threat from his own Psychic. So we could Moonblast, we could Dazzling Gleam because the Marowak might even protect here, but then we'll be locked into Dazzling Gleam and not Moonblast, wouldn't we? But I think I do like Dazzling Gleam actually, because if I go for a Dazzling Gleam, single target damage is not that much different, like 80 to 95, and Dazzling Gleam just means that we don't have to think about Marowak at all, so we can just Dazzling Gleam here. And I am going to protect with my Xurkitree because his Tapu Lele cannot touch, it can't one-shot my Lele. So, pretty safe doing this. Yeah, I thought Marowak would protect there, just on the last turn, just to allow him to keep his Lightning Rod around for one more turn. But Dazzling Gleam is actually a move that I don't use very much on Lele. But yeah, he didn't really have any other options than to do that. I'm going to Dazzling Gleam again, obviously, because I have no choice. Just if he does get a double protect, I'm going to Dazzling Gleam with my Xurkitree as well. Just because this will seal it up for us. So yeah, he's forfeited there. So, I mean, again, a pretty good video, I think. Unfortunate that we lost the second game, but we've climbed back from this guy who was rated higher than us as well on BattleSpot. So there we go. Again, quite a nice week of videos, I think. I hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously, I am recording this in the past. I will be looking at your comments on my thing on Monday. Remember on Monday I'm going to do a thing. Or have done a thing because this is in the future now, isn't it? You know what I mean. I've done the thing on Monday about the Patreon thing. I just want some opinions on that. Because obviously I'm a little bit conflicted. Obviously it'd be silly to say no if people want to support me in that way. It might even help me just fly to Worlds and spectate and meet people and whatever as well. Because otherwise I won't bother maybe. So I don't know. And on the same, on the other side, it's like, do I really want to be one of the people that are just sort of asking for money? And I don't, it makes me uncomfortable a little bit. But put your comments on Monday's video on the thing in the comments that hopefully it's got already lots of comments on it. So thank you guys. I hope you've liked this. Please like and share and do all the nice things that you can do for me. So thank you. Cheers. I do appreciate everything. Goodbye for now.